welcome back to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you are returning, here is a loyal one. So today we're doing a panel. We're doing a panel video, and I'm going to be asking my lovely panel the questions that you ladies asked me. So please introduce yourself.
I'm Vezo. Wandile. Kabelo. Pasta V.
Okay, so that's my panel. You know who I am, and I'm gonna get straight into it. There's no easy questions and hard questions. So, first question. Lereka Kaiso.
When you make a sorry. I know we don't buy sorry. We say sorry just to keep the peace in the relationship.
But like you always say sorry. Like,
because you always that fault according to women.
Say sorry. Why?
It's so easy. It's so easy to say sorry because that's what you ladies want. You see? If I say sorry, then I know we can pass on and we move on.
But in essence, saying sorry doesn't really solve anything. It makes it worse.
Yes, that's why I don't want to solve a problem. I want to just move on.
Wow. Okay.
But sometimes you don't say sorry. Women never apologize. So but it's not just say sorry myself.
Because you're always wrong. Men are always wrong.
To maintain the peace.
Okay.
But the question was, where do you buy it from?
It's free.
It's
It's free.
It's free.
okay. Next question. Why do you cheat?
Wait. First question, who says we cheat?
You cheat.
You mean why do men cheat?
Yes, why do men cheat?
Yeah,
so you like you.
Individual,
why do men
yes.
cheat? No.
Oh,
men.
as men.
Yeah. Why do men cheat?
It was a moment of weakness.
Okay.
You're trying us on.
There's a you cheat. Why do men cheat?
I don't cheat. For the record, I am a member of the Black Men's Faithful Association.
Yes.
But I speak for other men. I think it's due to lust and and temptation. But I wouldn't know.
You wouldn't know. Kabelo.
Why is everyone looking at me? I don't know, like for other reasons.
Like a
Like,
cheater. No, I'm just joking, bro. like, joking,
but like, honestly, like I really don't know. I think it depends on the fundamentals of your relationship. So, in essence, like obviously, if you give up the false impression at the beginning, the person will look for the real impression elsewhere, just to feed off what it is that you promised that you can't deliver.
But then why don't you just say this is not working and let me go?
Because you lied in the first place.
I lied.
Yeah,
So
because the woman would
lied.
have probably like given you the false impression of who they are.
So it's the woman's fault.
I'm not saying it's the woman's fault. What I'm saying is, like, if both parties are honest, then it doesn't have to get there. Like you're saying, if it's not working, it's not working. Just say that. But sometimes it's revenge. You'll never know. It's bittersweet, right?
Circumstantial.
Yeah.
I'm a moment of weakness.
Oh yeah.
Besides it being a moment of weakness or temptations and so forth, it's a choice. It all comes back to that. It's temptations, but some men don't, although in the midst of temptation. So it's a choice. So if I value you as my girlfriend, as my partner, to that extent, then I won't cheat. But if I don't really value you to that extent, then I might as well cheat, right? The problem becomes when I don't tell you that, you see, me and you, we are just in a play kind of a relationship. But it all comes back to a choice. We all cheat because we chose to. There's no excuse for it. It's a moment of weakness, but it was a choice. It's a temptation. Yes, it's a temptation, but you chose to fall there, to cheat. So it's a choice. Why we cheat is another reason altogether. It's another conversation that we will need to go deep, because we all cheat for different reasons, right? Some cheat because I'm not happy in the relationship. Maybe you are bullying me, and I can't tell my friends. You see? Or maybe my side chick gives it so well that that when I'm at home, it's like, but why am I here? So I go elsewhere.
But doesn't that go back to your values as an individual? If the sex is more important, then why don't you just go to a prostitute or something?
Yes, it goes back to the values, and it's still a choice. But for the record, I don't cheat, guys. I'm very faithful.
Why are you guys so worried about cheating? Like, like there's some skeletons, but okay.
Okay. Well, let it go for now. Why do you avoid talks about equality with women? Are you scared of its reality?
Do men avoid conversations of equality? Because in certain situations we can't be equal. As much as it's a feminist society, we can't be equal. There can't be a situation where you have to pay lobola for me as a personally. A woman can't pay for lobola for me. So in that way you can't be equal. In a corporate environment, yes, you can try to be equal. You can be a CEO, I can be a CEO, that's fine. But culturally, there are certain things that we can't be equal in. Example, lobola. That's my perspective.
Did you get like to view the questions before?
Yeah, equality is always there. It's always an issue. Equality.
No, we also asked about equality.
With equality, we can be equal in career, but we can't be equal in marriage or in a relationship. There's a man, there's a woman. That ends there. And like one leader says, if we are equal in a relationship, that means I must pay for your role and you must pay mine, which doesn't make sense, right? That means in the family, in the relationship, we are both the head. It can't be like that, right? So if you go biblically, a woman is there to support the man, you see? So that's why it says, the Bible says, God said to Adam, I will create you a suitable helper. See, so the vision lies within Adam, and then the woman is the helper, you see? So in equality, we can be equal career, we can both chase careers, drive fancy cars, have businesses, be independent and stuff like that. But in relationship, there's that thin line difference between a man and a woman, and that I feel that then we must maintain it.
I have no better answer for that.
Yeah, I don't as well.
Okay. Why can't you say what you want from the beginning?
Because it's too honest.
Why? Too honest.
Now sometimes people will think you're I don't know, maybe it's going to sound like disrespectful or yeah. I can't just tell you like walk up to you and say I would like to have sex with you. That sounds so wrong.
But
yet so true. Yet so wrong.
And you know what's the problem?
I don't think it's no. What was the question again?
Why can't you say what you want from the beginning?
Because there are different ways to say it.
Why later?
What do you mean?
But let's be realistic.
In the beginning.
Let's be realistic. If I come to you now and say, no, I just want to sleep with you for today, what are my chances of winning?
Guys, what if the question is not just about sex?
I'm just making an example of sex.
Okay.
So if I come to you like now and say, can I just have sex with you?
It depends on what I want.
But what are the chances of me winning?
Good. They're good if I also want that.
If
I don't want a relationship, there's girls out there who also don't want relationships. But they don't want the false impression of a relationship.
Okay, I'm going to make this personal now.
You said we're not going.
Okay, but my question is this, right? How many people go into like people's DMs asking for stuff, and then how many people actually pay attention to those people?
But then, you guys,
but it's I know, but like
the DM
no, but like fine, but like honestly, personally, how many people have you ignored?
A lot.
Exactly. So like it's just that thing, like just lead where you want to be led to. That's it.
You see, how come
no victim?
Look, you see how our thought process works, right? Is that we are going to be whatever you want us to be to get what you want. So if I realize it is this serious kind of a girl, she wants serious dance, and me I just want to hit and run, I'll give her that seriousness because that's what she wants, and if I come straight and say no, look, I just want this, you will probably say no. We don't accept defeat anywhere, so I won't do that. So I'll try to give you that person. Yeah.
So you're basing it on probability.
Yes.
Guys.
So if I know that if I just say this, you say yes, I'll definitely come straight and say, look, 1, 2, and you say yes, that's fine. But when I look and analyze,
because you think I'll say no.
Yes.
If you lie to me.
I don't lie to you.
No.
No.
If you you must do this and juggle it that way.
Yeah, but he'll come back and say so.
Yes, that's why he's free, don't pay.
Why? I still want to know why.
But I say it's because we know
that we're not going to.
I think to a certain extent it's also to respect the next person. Like, I mean, like he said, if you're a serious person and then someone knows that you're driven by this and that, obviously maybe like he's longing to do the same thing to be a better version of himself. But then in the long run, then obviously it doesn't really work out because that's not really who he is. And then that's where you end up in that situation. That's the best that I could think of. Is it?
Fear of rejection.
Because we can't see you when you sit
Okay,
like that.
can you see me now? It is the fear of rejection.
What do you mean?
By that I mean, if I tell you what I want from the beginning, and like you said, if it's not what you want, you'll probably just say, it's like, you see. But if I strategize,
no, it's not like
strategize, structuralize it, and fit it to your needs or wants, then why not?
And just to add on what Gabelo said, right? It's more of we understand in our conscience that women also want to be respected. Like if we don't want to feel cheap. So if I just come and say, you can
there's my piece of meat that you can just grab somewhere.
Then you feel a bit cheap, and when you feel a bit cheap, then my chances of winning is not. So I'll come with flowers, and I'll come, and then you are valued, you feel that, then I get what I want. And then if it doesn't work out, you cry, I say sorry, we move on.
If the world is broken.
Okay.
I think
I've already spoken with it.
You did?
I did, yeah.
Why are you so serious, bro? That's why I was asking if he had like the questions.
Yeah, you got the
first
question.
one. Okay.
Wow.
I'll take the respect one. I'll take that one. Okay. Do you understand women?
No.
No.
I feel like they don't understand themselves, let alone ourselves. Like, no, like you honestly, like you guys don't understand yourselves either. Cause like, I don't know, you guys meet someone nice, yeah, he's fine, but like, he's not paying for my hair.
In fact, that's bad. He's tall, or he's short, or he's not.
Become cool.
That's a yes or no. I'm not going to.
But do you guys know what?
Is that a yes or no question?
Yeah, that's the question. I don't have 2 cents. I just wanted to know if you guys understand. Why do you lie unprovoked and unnecessarily? Like you guys lie about the smallest things.
Give an example.
Like I'll call you and say, where are you?
Yeah.
You'll say around the corner, but you're 2 streets away.
Because there's a probability that I'll be around the corner when you actually. But after
let me tell you why. Because you guys, based on the example you gave, right? Where are you? And then I'll be around the corner, and then you'll say, okay, 5 minutes later, and then we'll wait another 20 minutes outside your house.
So wait.
So what do you mean wait?
Wait.
So but now my time must be wasted for another tassel lipstick.
There's nothing wrong with that, but why must you lie? Okay, they toss it in the car.
Yeah.
Don't lie about where you are. Why lie? Like, why are you lying about?
Because you guys lie.
Well, even though the question says unprovoked and unnecessarily.
Provoked. Like I said, no, it's provoked. Don't go around lying. Don't just wake up and lie.
You see, for us to lie unprovoked, that means previously you've shown us that if we don't lie in that circumstances, we'll probably get either waste our time waiting or get into an argument or something like that. So if you're saying where are you, and I know the last time I was honest, I said no, I'm 20 minutes away. Hey, you say, So next time when you call and say, where are you? I'm around the corner, to avoid that argument. You see, because we men are generally peace lovers. We love peace.
Keeping peace.
We love keeping peace at all costs.
Mm-hmm.
You see? So when you say that, we say, no, I'm just around the corner, because we know previously we tell you the truth and we went astray. You say we fought and stuff. So that's one.
Why do we lie unprovoked?
So we lie unprovoked for your sake.
That is.
It's always about you guys.
Wow.
It's always about you guys. Always.
I do it for entertainment.
Yeah. You definitely. Just to pick a fight. For drama.
Right. It's entertainment.
To keep the peace. But we don't just lie.
Yeah.
Men. This one. Oh my god. I'm gonna hide my face as I read this one.
Let's see.
I wanna hear this one.
How do they learn to have really great sex game? Is it porn or is it body count? So this person no, this person explained the question to me. So she wants to understand how you know you're good in bed. Like, how do you know to do better? How do you do better?
You ask.
How do you learn? So you ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
After having says you ask, did you enjoy it? Okay, not immediately, but maybe sometime down the line I ask, did you enjoy it? What do you like to
Why
do
would you lie
next time?
unprovoked?
That's what you ask.
No, but honestly,
Keeping
it goes back to what he said. Like, I think in your relationship, like, communication is one key factor. And like, if it's bad, you know, your partner will be dry, guys. Like,
will be what?
She'll be dry because like you work, bro. Like, that's just how it is. Like, I don't know, like, honestly, right? So yeah, I think it's just communicating, like you were saying.
I say communication, honest communication.
Oh, okay.
And research.
Research.
Yes.
Okay.
How do you research? Do you watch porn?
Men's health,
Reading
men's health, and all that. And yeah, communication is
So
the
that
partner.
teaches you to up your game.
Exactly.
So what if the partner is not being honest? Then what?
Someone's gonna suffer sexually.
And it's their own
someone's
fault.
reputation is gonna suffer.
Yeah, exactly. So it's a two-way street. So that's why there must be communication between the both of us.
No lying unprovoked.
Yeah. Men don't lie. We don't just lie.
We don't just lie.
You learned that question.
No, they just back to it. They can't just lie and tell you that now I'm good in bed and come back and nonsense.
Okay, I think I must just say what we hear about tongas is very true.
Wow.
Yeah, so there's no need to answer that question. No, but I think communication is the key, and I think if there's a place where you cannot afford to lose a conversation with regards to your sexual activities, because once you lie, that means from that day going forward, someone is gonna be sexually frustrated because one will say, no, it was good, then I'll just keep up the good work as you say it was good. And if you say it was bad, then I'll push myself, you see. It's just that you mustn't say how you say it. It's not bad, it's not about what you say, it's how you say it. You mustn't say, you see, you must say, it must be a conversation that
between the two of you.
Between the two of us. Mutual respect. Yeah, because you must tell me, you know? Like it's like, for example, there's some people when they kiss you, like you get turned off. You must tell them when you kiss me, I get turned off. Then you will mess the feelings after. So it's important to
So
communicate.
how do you say it? It's not what you say, but how.
So you say you say during that. You see, when you know your person, you know your person. So you know when to say things and when not to. You see.
But you don't understand the woman, so you don't know.
Yeah, you don't understand that, but
You know that.
there's understanding and knowing two different things.
Sure.
So usually you start to get joking, make it clear as a joke, start to get joking, then the response will tell you to either put emphasis or try another thing. Start as a joke, yeah, and then you see, or just talk. So just talk and say I like 1, 2, 3, which is the opposite of what she does. Then she'll know, okay, this guy likes this. But not just bad. I must just tell the truth. I don't like this. Full stop.
Okay.
Yeah, that question.
Yeah. But do men feel any remorse after cheating?
Yeah.
Depends on the situation. Why
Do men do?
Feel any remorse
after cheating.
What did you?
No, I'm just saying, why did he go and cheat in the first place? So, obviously, you're gonna feel remorse if you feel. No, I don't know.
Why would you not?
Why did you cheat in the first place? That's why
if you married and you cheat, would you be able to look at your wife like?
No.
Exactly.
So men do, but
I think so. I think they
Okay.
do because seeing your partner hurt, it must make you feel otherwise as well.
If you really love him, right?
Yeah.
So it hurts. You feel remorse once she's found out.
I'm about to ask that. Yeah.
No.
What should
Wait, a trick question. Wait, let me say.
I'm asking.
That's a difficult
So
question.
the truth is, contrary to what you women feel about us, we are generally good people. We are genuine people, right? And then after you've done something bad, you feel like, no, this is bad. Like there's that disgust in yourself. Like, why have I done this? She doesn't know yet, but you feel that kind of this is wrong. And you beat yourself up to it, right? And then you move that say. Then when she finds out, you see, that's another level 2. That level 1 starts with you. You feel bad about what you've done. And then when she finds out, it's even more worse because now she's hurt, and you can't even say I was also hurt because you see, you can't even tell her how you felt when you did it. You see, but we do feel a lot of remorse, and we beat ourselves to it. Don't look at us and we're okay. No, inside we are crying. See, we're genuine people.
I don't think Camilo answered.
I did.
You said wife. Like if you cheat on your wife, wouldn't you be?
Not just your wife, even your girlfriend. Like before you can get to wife, you must feel a good girlfriend.
Okay, this one is a tricky one. Why can't you deal with your demons first before bringing us into the picture? Why do you want women to be your rehabilitation centers? Why do you find us women happy, at peace, and then feel the need to turn our lives upside down?
I think that we must first correct that question. We don't feel the need to turn your lives up.
That's a choice you make yourself.
Yeah.
By taking you, by
No,
bringing you into
but like you can see, like where the sparks like fire or like there are signs.
Yeah.
So like if you're being denial of the situation as well, like you're just doing or causing more damage yourself.
And you see what the problem with these women, right? You tell them, like from experience, I tell them that I like you, but I have 1, 2, 3, 4 kind of problems now. Not serious, and I came from a heartbreak relationship, so forth. And she still takes me in with those demons. And then 3 months down the road, when those demons start manifesting, hey, you are hurting me. But I told you.
But that's wrong. But that's also wrong. If you know about those, why must they manifest later on? Because you have control over that.
Yeah, but there are some that don't. You have no
like
control.
It's like now you're going to cheat. Like you know, like okay, my demon is that I'm a serial cheat, right? Now, 6 months down the line, you told this person I'm serious about you, but now this demon wants to pass by and say,
see, no, it's different. So we're not at seriousness yet. So I'm saying, I come to you, I'm saying I like you, but at this space in
if
my
you
life,
like someone, you can't be in a relationship with them.
you see, if at this space in my life I'm not serious, you see, I like you. You see, and I always use this question.
I'm sitting this one.
But like, I feel like you don't disclose your demons in the beginning. Men never disclose their demons.
Oh, I thought there was advice.
No, I'm contesting the demon statement.
Yeah.
Because they don't always disclose their demons in the beginning. So you don't tell me in the beginning that you're broken, you come from, they broke your heart, they cheated on you, you have trust issues, or you're a serial cheater.
Going back to the first question, what was the first question that we were answering, Yaki?
The first was
about you not being upfront and honest. If I come to you with those demons, point blank. Like, okay, let's just say I won't tell you the first time I meet you, but now we are speaking on the what are the chances that something will work out or the friendship will work properly?
Well, I'll try my best to make it work, but obviously I'll leave room for disappointment because I'm dealing with a serial cheater here.
Yeah, but now you're not entirely or involved like completely into the relationship. Like, this is me giving you like my deepest stuff, like, yo, I've been hurt, this is what happened. At that point I'm vulnerable, and then when are you giving 60%, what about the other 40?
No, I'm not saying I'm giving.
No, you just said you left room
For disappointment. I'm not saying I'm going to
Joe,
give
when
you
people
less.
leave room, like you move like 2 steps back, cause like this I won't. It's like me saying like, okay, I have 10,000, but I must save 2,000 in case this person does not spend on me for 1, 2, 3. It is.
I disagree.
I'm
I'm not saying I will give less. That's not what I'm saying.
Okay.
I'll still give you my all.
My
But
own not
should you
question.
disappoint me, I won't be as hurt. Oh, that okay, so it's fine.
But let's be honest.
I'll
If
try
I
at the
disclose, if I come and disclose I'm a serial cheat,
Yes.
you're lying.
No.
Never.
It
3 minutes down the line, it's over.
No.
As soon as Tommy doesn't answer the phone,
I disagree.
he's cheating.
No.
Why don't you answer the phone? What will you do?
It's cheating.
I was around the corner. You are
Switch on
like,
your location. I want to see where you are.
And it's always better not to disclose.
Okay, but still, it's not like she's giving this. She's being cautious.
cautious means less.
Eh.
When you drive cautious in the rain, it means you're driving less.
No, I drive cautious.
Hey.
But that means I hold the steering wheel with both hands. I don't decrease my speed.
Helping, I'm cautious.
Cautious.
Next question.
Next question, please.
Next question.
How many questions are left?
And I feel like these
A
questions.
lot.
And I feel like these questions they're asked in a way to make us look better.
Exactly.
This is how.
But yes, I have an answer here for all these questions before you even ask me. The answer is communication.
Wow.
Communication is key. Honestly, you know.
Because they like submission, are they willing to lead?
As much as we like submission, are we willing to lead?
And that's a rhetorical question.
I give you one willing to submit.
Oh, of course. I said yeah.
I said it's a rhetorical question.
Like early on the like, why would you want to be the head and not the
Yeah.
lead?
Maybe she's doing this.
Like, you must see the future. You must smell when trouble is coming. You must be able to communicate. So how are you a leader without all those elements?
So it's a yes.
Yeah, it's a yes. It's a definite yes. Yeah, the next question.
Communication is the key.
Exactly.
That's anyway.
But why are you killing us?
I honestly don't know.
Killing you with love, but not the murdering kind of killing. We don't do that.
I'm talking about the femicide.
Honestly, I don't know.
The
Honestly,
femicide
there's something wrong with that person. We can't generalize it even then. It's a personal thing.
Yeah, we can't tolerate that. But we don't have an
Answer.
We don't have an answer of the why, but we don't tolerate it and we don't agree with it. We are that group of men that don't agree with that. But we don't know why.
I can speculate and say it's I don't know, troubled souls, people that are feeling neglected somehow. But I really don't understand it, to be honest. I think, yeah, I don't know.
I just don't have an answer for that.
It's troubled souls.
Yeah,
Okay. When will men marry their girlfriends whom they're in long-term relationships with? What are your fears in just taking what is a woman to be your wife? What is your woman to be your wife?
So that's a two-part question.
No, it's still, yeah.
Rephrase that question.
When will men marry their girlfriends whom they are in long-term relationships with? What are your fears? and just taking what is your woman to be your wife?
Okay, the first part when we are ready.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I think we don't delay primarily because there's something wrong with the woman. You are perfect. We are not even doubting your love. It is that we are not in a space where we are ready. And to us, ready doesn't mean emotionally or things like that. It means financial. It means a lot of things, right? So when we are not ready in that aspect, because I don't want to bring you and then I can't provide for you. Then then you'll be frustrated even more, you know. So I want to bring you when I'm content with myself and I know now we can, you know. And with regards to the other part of the question, I think it's quite tricky. As long as I love you and I know you're the one, I will when I'm ready. So the second question is also dependent on when I'm ready.
And secondly, like some people, in my view, like a lot of people are just ready for the wedding day, but in essence, you're not ready for marriage life, you know, because those are two different things. Like people just see the vows, the songs, the flowers, but then there are a lot of elements that go into the relationship. We may be in a relationship for, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years, but we haven't connected on a spiritual level. So now you're going to bring another spirit being into the world, and then you guys have not connected. What values are you guys going to build around that family if like you guys haven't connected on other levels as well? So it goes back to that too.
No, but marriage, no. No, man, it's like we go into marriage once I feel like I can actually give you the kind of security that you deserve most. When personally also I'm feeling stable financially, career-wise, mentally, whenever I feel like I'm in a stable state of mind, and so I can give you the relevant security, and then I can get married. You don't just go in there because we have been with you for 5 years. Now it's time. No. Yeah.
I agree.
What we fear is personally the biggest fear is investing so much in a person, marrying that person, building so much, only to find out 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line that it's not the one. That's the biggest fear. So before we get to the readiness, we need to conquer that fear. Because what if we just showing you all of this because you want the white gown? Because that's every girl's dream. Eh? That white gown is everything you need.
Yeah.
You know, so that's the biggest fear.
What do you think, Robert?
I said, you need to be financially ready. Emotionally, you must be sure that she's not the one. She's the one. Sorry.
But okay, that's why I was saying, right? It's not really about the finances. Marriage certificate, you gotta go home first. It's not about. So if you're saying like financially ready, are we speaking in terms of having a home, or because those things are things that you need to accumulate with your partner in the marriage, right?
Yeah.
So we cannot really just say, okay, I need to be financially ready. I need to do this. I need to do that. There's like, so that's what I'm saying. In my view, that's what I'm saying. That are you ready for marriage? Right? Not the day of the wedding, but in essence. Because like you can't say when you find like if two people want to get married, like irrespective of the uncles asking for a wall 100,000 or whatever they charge today, you could easily decide amongst yourself and go to a Roma first. It won't be disrespectful,
but you can't bypass those processes, right?
You can. But that's a conversation for another day.
Yeah. So I think that's the honest answer.
Yeah.
Yes. If I'm ready today, I can actually go to marry and say, no, let's get married. But the fact that you have to go through all these processes, it does set you back a bit.
Yeah.
Because afterwards, you know, it's okay, at this stage, maybe, I can provide you with a home, food and all that, blah, blah, blah. We can work as a team. But these processes are costly. So, I think that's a factor as well. And maybe a fear would be maybe the other person changing after marriage all of a sudden.
I don't think fear is one of the factors because like yeah, they may change, but like as long as you've secured your bag separately, prenup, you good. You know, like no, honestly, because we're getting married for the marriage, right? Not for the money, not for this person has this or that. It's for me and you. Like when because technically that's what they say, for better or for worse. So if the money is not there, it won't be a problem.
Next question.
I was gonna
But this
ask,
is South Africa.
why must you guys always want to be financially ready on your own? Like, why must I wait for you to be a millionaire before we get married?
It's not even about being a millionaire or billionaire. Like, not from in my view, like, I just want to eat what I want to eat whenever I want to eat and then do whatever I want. If I can get to that point. If I feel like buying bottles and so, then I should be able to do that. But now if I still have to budget, like give it a chillette for 2 months to buy cash for a pair of shoes or something like that, it means that I'm not ready for 2 other people that will come into the life, if that makes sense. But don't give 50-50 or 60-40 or whatever, that's just how it is.
And it's in a man's nature to be the provider, you know? Regardless whether you come with money and stuff like that, it's in our nature to provide, and when we have that ability to provide for myself and 2 next more, then that's fine. Doesn't have to get to a middle. It's fine. There are a lot of, as long as I'm in a position where I can provide for myself and you, without you having to contribute anything, then that's fine. So it's in our nature. It comes natural as men that we want to be the provider.
Okay. Why do men involve their mothers in their love life and eventually separate with you because his mother disapproves of him?
My mother raised me. My mother raised me, so that's along the streets. But that's from my side. It could actually depend on what kind of relationship you have with your parents. Some people only were raised by your fathers, you're only raised by your mother. Some families you are raised by both your parents, and then in that situation you are raised with no parents at all. So it depends on what kind of relationship you actually got from your one parent or both parents that you had, and then eventually determine my opinion that I have or whatever I do in terms of a woman that is in my life. I try to the girl I find in I find a mama, because technically I don't find a obviously. But the call quality or expect to work. Mama, no, I got mama obviously. Your mother will have some sort of so that's why I mean that's the only time your parent mama gonna approve of the girlfriend. Because what you're taking away her son. But eventually at the end of the day, it just depends on the kind of relationship you have with your parents. Yeah.
Well, I think it's quite tricky. We involve our mothers, like one did say, primarily because, like I feel like every guy wants to marry or be with someone who symbolizes a few aspects of their mother. Because you've seen your mother, how she for you, and all of those things that she does for you, right? So you want a person who's not her but who has the same qualities as her, right? And we believe that our parents, our mothers, want the best for us. So if she says Kitty are right, definitely Kitty are right, because she wants the best for me, and there's no way that when I'm now 80 I want to get married, she will not want the best for me. Although it is unfair to you guys that we have to put you through that, you know, it's unfair. And how it should be dealt with in a very mature way is that the parents must understand that they don't dictate, they support. Although you can ask them what do you think, but they must never dictate. And as a guy, you must never allow your parents to dictate who you date or who you marry. You can ask for them advice and stuff, but they must never dictate. So as long as they're gonna dictate, even the genuinity of your love is gonna be compromised. Because even parents, sometimes they just don't want to lose you, especially if you are providing and stuff. They don't want to lose you, or they have an idea of who's perfect for you. Because you know. So, but you can ask them for advice, but do not let them dictate who you should be. You know. Yeah.
Proud member of the Mama's Boy Association. But yeah, you have to go through that process of introducing your partner to your mother, basically to say, I think this is the one. What do you think, Yabo, opinion-wise? If she agrees, then cool. But if maybe it's things she doesn't like Ntomi says, she shouldn't dictate to say no. Leave this person. It's okay, this is the person for you, but maybe if she can just improve here and there, then kudos. But yeah, it's you shouldn't allow someone to tell you who to love. Imagine now you want to get married, they're like, nope, you can't marry Gidi or whoever, for example. So yeah, don't let someone dictate who you should love. Do you? That's still a problem of Women's Sports Association.
But okay, can't contest that. This is another touchy one. Why do men like being absent fathers, especially when most of them are raised by absent fathers as well?
That question is wrong. It's very wrong.
No one would like to be an absent father. I don't think you won't just run away from your child just because you can't be an absent.
There's no such. Like, that question is totally wrong. Whoever asked it,
I don't think the question is wrong. Ne? Remember, you have your own different set of values. Ne? There's someone somewhere, Kokas, doing whatever, and I don't want to paint a bad picture as someone that does a certain job or anything like that. And that person in the back of their mind, they just think, Ola go and then go and that's it. Do you understand what I mean? So let's not say the question is wrong, because we don't know who posed the question and what circumstance they are currently in. For our values might be different. Or like, if I had an absent father, this is what I'm going to do for my child. But to that person, we don't know what the situation is.
True. And I think most men that I've came across who were raised by absent fathers, they don't want to be absent. Because they came from such a, but they want to improve. That's what I'm saying. It's like I would say, it's more of a value stick. But I'll really, like, if there's an absent father, then something's wrong with you. It's more of an individual issue that person must deal with. There's no way you'd want to be absent in your child's life. Like, a child is one of the best gifts you can never receive.
I don't know why you'd want to be absent in a child's life. Define absence. Absence physically, emotionally, or financially.
Like, you're not connected, period,
with your child.
Maybe what's up, Papa, Mama?
Yeah, I don't know.
But even for some of them, they just like, I'm not ready for a child. So, okay, let's say, this girl falls pregnant.
Okay.
And then the guy's like, I don't want a child now. But she keeps the child, nonetheless.
Okay.
And then he's like, hey, I don't want to.
It's a choice that you made.
Yeah.
Hey, I don't think. Because like, if he sees a child, the child is like, yo, no. That's my kid though.
So
why would
no, before the fetus can actually be formed or anything like that, why are you not using a condom if you don't want a baby?
Maybe it was a mistake.
Yeah, but if it's a mistake and then you both agree, like, the following day, right?
You agree. Yeah, and then she's like, no. If I'm pregnant, I'm keeping it.
I don't know then.
So you keep it, it's fine. She gives birth, it's fine. Like,
what's the relationship with the grandparents? Because like, I feel like if you can't just be absent.
I don't see the possibility of being absent knowing. You see, I can be absent if I don't know. Maybe you got pregnant and I said, no, I'm not ready. Like, the truth is, we are all not ready. But when it happens, we accept it. You know, we're not ready, but when it happens, you accept it. And then I'll be absent if you don't. Maybe you see, I'm gonna buy morning after pill, something like that, as a laugh. But the truth is, if you tell me, there's no way I'll be absent. There's no way. If I'm not working, I'm a student, my parents will be involved. And when my parents are involved taking care of their grandchild, it's not me being absent, is it?
Do they enjoy seeing women fighting each other because of them?
No. It's a yes or no question.
Yeah.
That's the question.
Move on.
No. They're like, no. Why did it happen?
But Kitty, if you go and fight with my side chick, how do I have control over you?
Why did you side chick?
You see, now that's a different question.
You're not supposed to find out about the side chick. That's why you're fighting.
Like,
That's why.
if I cheat on you, right? You don't fight my side. Fight me. It's me. Shit did
What
not
if your
cheat.
side chick fights me?
No,
Because
but-
you know they do that. Don't they call you and they're like, that's my man, me. And now
Nah, she's
side chicks are crazy these days, guys.
You don't know.
The thing is that you guys just love drama, so you enjoy this fighting. It's not us who enjoy it, it's you.
Show me Ramala.
Remember, we like keeping the peace.
But then you wouldn't know, honestly.
Yeah.
Okay. Why is it hard to let go of your girlfriend if you're not happy with her anymore than to cheat? I think it's answered this one. It's difficult for you to control your libido.
Will you be there? Men are social creatures, man. So we don't know what happened to us. No, we're created like this. That's why we have the girlfriend.
I don't have an answer to that.
It's just natural. I don't know. That's how we approach it.
So you're sexual creature.
Even science says men are sexual creatures. We don't know why, but yeah.
Okay. This is another touchy one. What are you doing in your small circles to try and steer the ship to the right direction where women and children are concerned? So like gender-based violence.
The truth is, it's with us, we're friends, right? And we have one common thing which we condemn that, right? And our conversation always relate in terms of respecting women, respecting children, taking care of them, right? Even when we talk, we talk about that. So with us as friends, it's easier because we both have that one common thing. We condemn it. So it's easier for us to talk about it. Maybe if we had one friend who does it, which we don't know, then maybe we'll see how we do it. But in our circle, it's that good circle. You see, we members of the Faithful Association, Baby Mama Association. Yeah. So we are.
As long as you're having this conversation.
Yeah, we do. But no. No, I'm saying we don't have that. We don't sit down and talk about abuse because like Budomi says, we don't have like a situation where somebody is eating after. Yeah.
Maybe you don't know.
Yeah, we don't know what we don't know. That's the thing.
But you must still talk about it. I feel like it's a conversation that needs to be had within your friendship circles. Because if Vezo is beating his girlfriend there when they're together and he's not telling you guys about it doesn't. You guys not talking about it doesn't fix the situation.
But listen, we also in that same. But we also won't try. We won't go and ask you.
Yeah,
Did you beat your girlfriend up?
It will go
No, but like,
into
the sense
your
would be obvious. Like, for example, if I go to the place, like, cut me and, dude, I have my own place, what happened? Like, those are signs, like, there are signs that will be there. Like, when I ask him, where's your girlfriend, don't tell me about your girlfriend, clearly you know there's a problem.
Yeah.
So obviously those are indicators. But, yeah.
Let's just say when we see indicators in these friends of mine, we'll start telling those people. Now we'll just condemn it all about them. This is wrong, because we have not seen indicators. But when we start seeing indicators, or Vezo's on the phone, sort of using my friend, or Vezo's on the phone, they're shouting at his girlfriend, then we start saying, no, Vezo, you can't do that. Then we start having this conversation. But for now, we condemn it. In fact, we don't even do that.
Okay. What are your toxic traits as a man?
As a man,
We like
he said we lie without Unprovoked.
Yeah, we were told we like.
Like you said you don't.
Yeah, we were told we like unprovoked. So
You
maybe
said
that's our
you
toxic
don't
thing
like
that we have. But we don't like unprovoked.
So what are your
So we're
toxic
contradicting ourselves.
I didn't think we should. No, we were told to. That's the only toxic thing we can think of.
Let me answer this way.
Yeah.
If you accuse me of something I haven't done, and I tell you I haven't, and you don't believe me and you keep accusing me, I'm gonna do it, so that you have a reason enough to accuse me.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, that's yours.
No, I'm still thinking. Vezi.
Talking about feelings.
You don't like doing that.
Yeah, I find it difficult.
So you don't want to communicate.
I communicate, but I'm not saying I don't. I'm saying I don't like talking about my feelings. So
Do you cry? Joking.
nah. So like it's a necessity, but at the same time it's like I have to talk about feelings. I go, that's so boring. But yeah.
If it's something toxic, I don't like a public relationship. For example, examples they're like public displays of affection. Everywhere you walk around, everywhere you go, you must follow me. Every picture I take, you must post it on every kind of social network. I like a private relationship, so I don't want to do that. And then if someone wants to do that, then that could be a toxic thing. Yeah, I don't like a public relationship. I don't like the attention from people. What's mine is mine.
Can you just try? Like I was speaking on behalf of men. It's not before you be saying guy.
I'm also thinking, I don't know, like...
Yeah, because when you say what makes men toxic, I was speaking on behalf of men. Like men, if you accuse them and they haven't done it, they're gonna go do it. That's majority of the guys.
But most guys don't like talking about their feelings.
Yeah, like the problem is that we talk about our feelings and we get vulnerable, and we don't want to be vulnerable. We don't want to. Toxic for me is...
I still don't have an answer for that.
Personally, toxic for me is more of a, I want you to trust me enough that even if I didn't call you the whole day, I love you.
Okay. Then what are your good traits? That's the next question. As a man.
We are providers.
And when I love you, I mean it. When I tell you I love you, I mean it. I mean it in every way that you can describe that word, I love you. If I don't, I won't say it. I like you and stuff, but if I say those words, I love you, then I mean it. And when I love you and I'm committed to you, you'll see the action, when we're in love, it comes natural, calling comes natural, buying you stuff comes natural, talking to you comes natural. It's not a force. When I see you calling, I smile, it's not like, ish, Then when I start doing that, you must know that I'm not there, you see. So it's, and when we commit, we commit. We commit like fully, and we'll make sure you are happy. And because we're very genuine, we'll make sure you are happy.
Undivided attention.
That's a good trait.
I always try to make you happy. Even though I don't like it, I'll make you happy. So
you'll do something.
Yeah, I'll do something I don't like. As long as it makes you happy, I'll do it.
If every single man on this earth was exactly like you in every sense, would you confidently say this world would be a safe place?
Oh, yes.
So this is personal now.
Yeah. Yes. Very yes. Confidently yes.
Yes. It's very so lonely. You need variety in life, man. But yeah.
Okay, this is my question. Why do men have such a big lack of self-improvement?
Lack of self-improvement.
Yes.
So maybe, yeah.
Okay. So let's say we fight about whatever, ne?
Yeah.
And I tell you, I don't like this. 2 weeks later, you go back and you do this. The same thing I said I don't like. That is lack of self-improvement. Like if I say I don't like
it's a
something,
habit. So you must tell me 21 times so that I can break it.
I'm joking. To build a lifestyle. So yeah. Tell me again.
You see men, we we generally don't like to be told what to do. Generally, we don't like to be told what to do by a woman. We generally don't like being told what to do. So until you present that idea and make it look like it's mine, it's mine. You see, as long as it's still you who says don't do this, it's the possibility of me not doing it. You will tell me today I might not do it 1, 2, 3 days, then the 4th day I'll do it again. But you see, when you want us to do certain things, you must channel the thought in our brain so that it's us to take the initiative. It's not you telling me. Because when you say I don't like this, like you're ordering me around, you know. And in our nature, we don't receive orders very well in coming from a woman, you know. So you must put a thought. Spark is like, you know, when you want me to pay for a vacation, it must not be you saying when are you gonna pay for it. No, you must spark the thought about, you know, and then I must think and say, yeah, I'll do this. And when I do that, I feel proud. I take ownership of the thing. So when I see, no, when I come back home, I must not put my shoes everywhere. When I take ownership, I feel the great joy, you know. So I own to that. So that's how I'd answer that one.
Yeah, so you must play mind games now. Like, hey, I must think of a way to make him think.
Yeah, I think it goes back to what Vesa said. It's just about communication. You know, like the way, like Hensi said, like if you're ordering me around, clearly, like now to me it sounds like you're shouting. Because like now, yeah, when I know Shleburuku on the bedroom chair and all those things, right? Whereas you could have said, how put he like about laundry how, and then you left it properly in the dirty laundry basket, then you know it's not messy. Now we don't have to spend time now folding dirty laundry and stuff. That makes more sense. But now if you're shouting, hey man, come on.
Yeah, so like Butomi said, if you wash the dishes it turns me on, just say that. Let me do anything. Yeah, so spark the idea like you said.
Wow. Okay. Last thing.
Yeah.
Why is it okay for men to cheat, but they can't handle being cheated on?
It's not okay to cheat.
Then I say to cheat.
First of all,
Okay.
it's not okay to cheat.
I'll take it.
Part A.
It's not okay to cheat.
It's not okay.
Second of that is history, and has taught us or has showed us that women understand, like when you put a man and a woman, if the man cheats, a woman is likely to understand and still stay even after the cheating. But a man has never stayed. In fact, you don't have to even sleep. Just a hug, God is God forever, you know. And like Gaten usually says, women are built for this. They are built to understand this thing. So I just think like women have an understanding of weaknesses and hopeful. I think women are too hopeful. They hope that we can still make this around, you know. And men have that sense that if she can go cheat, like with me, it's like if she goes cheat, that means either one, I'm not doing well in bed, or there's something that I'm not good at that she went to find out. So that means even if she come back, because I'm not good at, she found elsewhere, there's no way we can fix it. You see? So with us it's like that. If we feel like you cheat on me, I've lost my dignity, like everything that makes me a man is gone. It's gone, you see, and I can't understand that. You see, like even if, like I once tried it, guys. I once tried it, like personal. I once tried it. This lady cheated, and I said no, we're gonna make this work. Every time I saw that girl, I could imagine her doing what we just can't get it.
It's fine.
It's fine.
So
we
then
can't
I'm
just get it out.
saying women need to also learn to
No.
be like that, like men.
So men need to be like women, not the other way. Women are good. They must stay like that.
They must stay hopeful.
Because Because women, you just don't give up on something you've built for so many years. You see, with women, when you've invested, you fight for it. So women are good. Women must not try to change. You see? But let's be honest, guys. When like payday, I tried it. But she doesn't want to leave.
I can tell one.
I tried it.
I think when women cheat, there's emotions involved. There's feelings involved.
Yeah.
A guy can simply cheat because he has a nice bum.
Yeah.
And then I'm married, you guys, there's
But that becomes emotional because you cheated because of the bum that she doesn't have.
It's not emotional. It's what is it? Lust.
Guys, we can also cheat because I'm bored. Like, I'm just bored, so why not?
Yeah, just because of boredom.
Oh,
why do you cheat out of boredom?
You see, it's not an emotion. I'm just cheating. I'm bored, so why not?
Yeah, but when a woman cheats, guys,
then you fall in love with the guy.
It's over. It's over. Like it's over.
Okay. Why do you guys always come back after a breakup?
What do you mean you always come back?
Come
Yeah,
back.
like you always come back. Like we'll break up and then 2 weeks later he's like, no, let's fix this.
I don't know.
Yeah, but I mean you ruined it, so
Why must I be the one that ruined it?
Why is it like every time it's always one question? Why is it that 90% of the things that ruin a relationship, all of them come from the guy?
it is the way it is. There's nothing like I can't even give you an answer because that's just the way it is.
90% of the things.
So that's why
Because
the guys
I
always respond.
No, I wouldn't leave because you don't fold your things.
No, I'm just playing around. But like, no, that's wrong.
But to answer your question, Kiri, is like I told you before, men, we are genuine people. When we love, we laugh. And although we might have gone through a rough patch and ended up breaking through, it's a rough patch, yes. You might say cheating, it was a rough patch, please. We went through a rough patch and we separated. But going through stuff doesn't necessarily remove the love. I genuinely love you. And I genuinely want to make things work, you know. And I'll come back. Let's try to make things work because there's that value that I see in you that makes me to come back, you know. There's certain value that I see in you, right? That's number one. And that's a group. That's our kind of men. Then there's another group of men who they're just demons. They just don't want to. They just don't want to see you happy. Like they've entitlement issues. They just can't let go. You see, and they always come back when they see that no, you're smiling now, you're not crying, or you have someone. They want to come back to, you know, and yeah, because they
shake things up.
Yeah, to cause kind of a little bit of drama. And then there's that group of people, and there's another group of people which most of us have been, or some of us have not been there. It's you don't want to let go, but you also want to let go. You see, you want to let go because what if you are losing something good, but that thing that happened hurts you so much that you don't want to let go. But there's nothing. But what if she's the one? You know, what if she's now, you know? So there's that element of it. So it's either in those three. But I fall on the first one. Just for the record, viewers.
What was the question?
Why do you leave and come back?
I've never done that.
Yeah, I was about to say.
I've never done that, so I don't know.
So if she leaves, is that like that?
She's gone, she's gone. As much as it hurts, you have to let go.
One thing.
I'm trying to think because sometimes men are possessive also. This is not we don't know where we get it. You're only possessiveness. This girl is my girlfriend. You're only my girlfriend. It comes back to the group they were specifying. You're only mine. Yeah. So I thought there was something better out there. Then I was just like, no, this is what is better for me. So I come back to it again. So yeah, that is difficult. But if I dump you, I'm not coming back.
Obvious.
Yeah.
Maybe you come back to do the dumping. Maybe.
Yeah. More vendetta.
Okay, last question. What?
Yes. Yes.
Why do men want to be treated like boyfriends and want us to commit to them, but when asked what are we, you don't want to put a label on things?
Okay, if what we're having is great, why define it?
Michael, it's so great, it needs a definition.
Because the problem with definitions general that I have is the day you define it, things start escalating. It's not they escalate or they change.
Yeah,
You
they
see?
change.
They change. So because of that, I don't want things to change. So I rather not define it because I'm happy how we are, and we are in a good place. So let's move with the emotions and let the flow. We don't have to define what we have as long as we are in agreement. Let's not define. Because the day we say no, like girlfriend and boyfriend, and then when you call, why didn't you ask them? And then we are no longer having that nice time. We are now solving day after day, fixing issues. And the truth is, people who have not defined who have undefined relationships are the most happiest. They are the most happiest. Like if I had to go into a relationship now, I would prefer that we don't define it for the next couple of years. And we just, so that we can be happy. Because the day you define, there's a lot of titles, boyfriend, fiance, all those titles, they carry certain weight and expectations. That my boyfriend and responsibility. My boyfriend, when I call it, must ring once and he must answer. If it rings 3 times, who are you? We are fighting. So that's why.
No, but that's a crazy girlfriend.
They're all crazy now. They are all crazy. Just like there's one who's gonna look at the phone, one is gonna look. They're all crazy.
So, with that being said, before we get to it's a wrap, I had a question. Now I'm getting a question. So, okay, are we saying then? Are we behaving like boyfriend and girlfriend? We just don't have the label boyfriend and girlfriend, or are we vibing? And I can see other guys, you can see other girls. What are we doing? What is happening?
You can't put my life at risk like that.
I was about to say the same thing. That no, you cannot. No. If you guys have
Then
disagreements,
why not just be boyfriend and girlfriend?
Because I don't feel like seeing you. Now I don't have to explain why I don't feel like seeing you.
Exactly.
So
now
what
on
I
my
see
time.
on that day when you don't
I don't know. Read a book.
Read a book. Be one of yourself. Call your friends.
Call your girls.
Go through our pictures.
Yeah,
you'll see me then.
Exactly. Labels create obligations, man. So emotional out.
Yeah, but we are not vibing. We are boyfriend and girlfriend. We are just not putting a title because of what we spoke about the title.
You are technically involved.
We are technically
Significant other.
You are my significant other.
Full stop.
Okay. Now it's a wrap.
In conclusion, before you wrap, communication is key, guys.
I stop saying men are trash.
Communication is key. You must do an annual review of the relationship status.
Yeah. We'll do an annual review of men are trash, but for now they're still trash.
Yeah, and I think as we wrap up, on Twitter, right, where Musisi were cheated with some guy, and women, these feminist women, they were like, don't eat her vagina, she cheated her vagina. They stood with her for cheating. A week later, TK cheated on Jessica Post. Yeah, TK is trash and stuff like that. The same women who were defending this one. It is quite important that ladies we cannot be equal. Do not always say men are trash. Be also truthful to accept that
women are also trash.
Women are also trash.
Yeah.
Men and women say fun.
But remember, we are not
equal.
But we are not equal.
We are not equal. So we are 5% trash.
No, we are not trash. It's just the level of trashness is different. It's just the level of trashness is different now. It's like the society now has made it look fine for women to cheat. But she couldn't handle it. But when it's us, it's a problem. Is that society you guys are on a mission to make us look bad. We are not bad. We are good men. We are genuine men. We are loving men. We are caring men.
No.
How?
We're not on a...
And communication, like Rezo said, communication is key. Talk to us. Talk to us.
Make us talk to you.
No. We're not here to make you guys look bad. You guys make yourselves look bad on your own.
How about we
And
just say
provoke.
communication is key?
Yeah, it's fine.
Why are you crashing our statement?
Eh.
We are busy.
No, you can't say, Rona, we're making it okay to cheat. That means it's okay for you guys to cheat too.
Cheating is not good.
Cheating is not good.
For everyone.
For everyone.
Across the board,
Yes.
yes.
It's not good.
That's all we need to say.
And we must communicate
Yeah, we must communicate.
Effectively.
effectively
Honestly. Yeah.
and not lie untrue.
So we don't
Unprovoked.
cheat.
Exactly.
Say no to cheating.
Okay, thank you guys for
Thank
joining
you,
us
Trying.
today. It's been great.
Yeah, no,
Straight.
it was
You?
It was rough, but thank you for answering all the questions. See you in part 2.
Wow.
Cheers.
Thank you guys. Don't forget to
Subscribe.
yes and like and comment on the video, and we'll see you guys on the next one.
Well, I'm not a practice subscribe and